Hi, this is Jeremy.
And this is Becky. We're kind of epic.
And today we're looking at Final Approach, which is a airplane management game, I guess.
Yeah, air control, kind of.
Yeah, air traffic controller, I guess, is a good way to put it. And that's, I think, the main part of the game. There's also a lot of other little things you can do.
And have to do, like put out fires and stuff.
Yes, scare off the birds and... but yeah, basically it's, I guess, reminiscent of a game called Flight Control that was on iOS and Android that you would draw your finger, you'd pick a plane, and draw your finger onto the screen to, tell it where to go to land and take off, and you'd be managing the planes at the airport. This is very similar. Becky
I just noticed that you could poke the little people, and they ran away. I thought that was pretty funny. So I kept doing it. I actually think I kept doing it throughout the whole, occasionally poking a person.
Now this game's actually been out for a while now. I think it was one of the original, well, maybe not one of the original games that came out with the Vive, but it was fairly early on.
Yeah, it was one of the early games we bought too.
Yeah, and we played it a bit a while back, and then decided, hey, we haven't done a review on it, so we thought we'd do that, and so we jumped in and started playing again. And this is me trying to figure out the controls because I did continue instead of start over, and I couldn't remember how to do anything. So you're watching me fiddle with it for a while, trying to figure out how to make things happen. Yeah, so with the helicopters, some of them have a magnetized crane that you can drop from, and that's what Becky's trying to do here, is get the helicopter over to the air or the blinking beam and drop the thing on it. And I guess you do that by touching the touchpad.
You click the touchpad, yeah, and then you have to click it to bring it back up.
Yeah.
And then you have to figure out where it needs to go. And sometimes it's a little, I mean, this one's blinking red, so you can tell, but occasionally some of the things you're supposed to do are a little, where do you want me to, like this guy, I never really figured out where he wanted to go.
Yeah, he just kind of was flying around
complaining.
Saying, hey, I need to do something.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you need to do? And then the blue ones, when those pop up, you can go down to there and actually interact with what it is you're supposed to do. And here, I guess we're supposed to be starting the generator, and you're supposed to push these buttons in the right order, which we figured out eventually.
Eventually. This game is a lot of fun. I spent quite a lot of time on it, even after it said, okay, you're complete with the thing. I kept playing for a while, because it's fun to control the planes, and it makes little fun jokes in your ear, and it's really entertaining, and they've made some changes since we played it last. The little guys that's new. I don't remember there being little people, and then there's people out by some of the other areas where I sprayed some police once and they ran away from me. That was pretty funny.
With a hose. Yeah,
with a hose. What else would I spray?
I don't know. I just wanted to be clear. Yeah, so it seems pretty straightforward at first. Like, you're like, hey, okay, cool. I'd make this helicopter go over here, make this plane go over there. But I was playing the next level from this, and it's taking over the airport, and you have to make planes land and take off, and there's planes that are on fire, and you have to get them to land and get them over to the fire truck so you can port down there and put the fire out. And stuff starts building up,
and it gets overwhelming.
Yeah, you just start getting planes and stuff all over the place. You're like, I gotta put out the fire, but there's a plane that's on fire and it needs to land, and oh my god.
Yeah, I got that way towards the end because there was a car crash and I had to clear the car crash, but there was like 6 cars and the buildings kept catching fire, and I had to help a plane land, and people needed to go to the hospital, and this other guy wanted to know where he should go to shoot news. It was actually quite overwhelming. It gets quite busy in the virtual air controlling thing, but it is really fun and pretty funny.
Yeah. And there's lots of levels. You pick your level and you say, hey, you're trying to get, I think 3 stars is the best.
Oh, then I did really poorly on this one because I got 1 star.
Yeah. That's okay. You were trying to remember how to play.
That's true.
And then I got the luxury of watching you play and remembering how to play so that I could do better.
Oh, that's nice for you.
Yeah, that was great.
I killed a couple guys too. I accidentally crashed the helicopters and cars and stuff and accidentally killed a couple folks.
Yeah, I did that too when I started playing. At the airport, there's terminals, and there were a bunch of planes at the terminals, and I was like, okay, let's start moving these guys to have them take off, and I accidentally clicked on one, and he started moving and just crashed right into the plane right next to it, and I was like, well, that's a bad start.
This is neat.
Yeah, so it really is. It's fun because you can't really see it on the screen, but when you're in there, it feels like the planes are all kind of buzzing around your head. And, it's neat. You can jump down here into the first person and put out fires and stuff. So there's a decent variety of stuff I think that you can do in the game. I don't think we've managed to do everything yet.
No.
But
I think we're on like level 4 or 5,
yeah,
6 maybe. We're not that far into it, but we have done we've done a few levels, and we're enjoying it so far. So I'm really glad we got to do this review. I think I've asked a couple times, can we review Final Approach yet? But Jeremy wanted to do some other ones. Yeah,
we had a few that were in the queue, so.
Yeah, we sometimes have trouble deciding what to. We record things and then we're like, all right, what we're gonna review this week, and so we have some that have been sitting there a while, and that's why we redid this one too, because it'd been so long that we were sure there were updates. So
yeah, and I want to say they had a Halloween update for this one too.
Oh, did
but
they?
We didn't play it, and I don't know if they took it out after Halloween, but we'll see if we can try to find that. So yeah, I think this is all real fun, real good game. It's a lot more immersive than I thought it was going to be. Someone had recommended that we play it, and I was like, yeah, it doesn't look all that great. I don't, watching it on the screen, I was like, eh. But once you start playing it, it's actually really fun.
I think that's the way with a lot of games, where you need to actually play them to make a decision, because they just don't look very interesting from their little preview video thing.
That's true.
And then once you're in it, it's so much better than it seems. I think that everybody should try every free demo you can get your hands on, because you just never know what's going to end up being your favorite game. It could be something that looks totally ridiculous in its preview, because it's just hard to tell.
Yep.
Oh, look, there's the crash and all the dead people.
They weren't dead. They were injured.
Oh, that's true.
There was another helicopter that comes from the hospital eventually, and once you clear enough cars, and then you take the people over to the hospital and drop them off too.
But they don't let you to keep doing only this. There's like all kinds of other stuff going on too. It's getting. But this is the part where I was getting pretty overwhelmed. I was like, oh my god, everybody's blowing up and fire.
Yeah, you can see maybe on the rooftop ahead. There's a blue swirly thing. You need to go over there and go put out the fire. Oh, there you go. See. So as things are going, they just start stacking up, and it gets really intense. So it's definitely fun.
Have you tried Final Approach? What do you think?
If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe and hit the like button.
Also, let us know if there's a Vive title you would like to see us review in the comments.
And we will see you on the next one.
Bye!